What's up, Jones Bones? Is your girl Unitedly Random, and today we're gonna do a Sunday live day. We're going to be working on some shadow work with anyone who possibly will be coming through. I'm going to be doing free shadow work, healing or working with that, and then any other questions about relationships and things like that. I'm going to try to leave that to a one card pull. If people want more, then I'm going to go ahead and try to uh, ask if they would be willing to donate to the channel. So I don't know how that is going to go, but I'm going to try to implement certain rules. I know one of the rules is I'm not going to stay on for more than an hour. And other than that, I just really want to work with some shadow selves today because your girl, I sound very low. I'm not low, but your girl is on Monday. I'm putting out a video talking about a traumatic experience for me. And I don't know. I feel razzled. I feel razzled. I posted it on my Facebook. I was like, you guys, this video is going live on this day. And if you're one of those people that feel like people shouldn't share parts of themselves on the internet, you can rightfully remain in your lane. So I don't know. It's just like a little bit of a fear. Like, how are people going to take that? But hello, Ashley Vasquez. Hello, Red Moon. Um, I really do sound low today. I don't know why. I took a nap. I've woken up. I am awake, and I don't know. It's something about talking about traumas that make your voice go a little lower. Maybe I can step into some good energy the longer that I'm coming or the longer that I am in this live. Okay, so again, we got some new people in. Alvaro Adrains Ruiz said hello, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I got bags. Thank you. Cinderella said, "What's coming towards me in love?" And Red Moon said, "I've been sleeping the whole day." I actually got off from work at like 6. So I've been sleeping since probably about 8. So I have been sleeping my day away, but it's my first off day. So, um, now, since everybody's in here, I want to reiterate. I'll type it in so if anyone else comes in, if anybody would point them in that direction. But today we are doing some shadow work. If you have a question not related to your shadow self, I.E. relationships, you only receive you only receive one card pulled. Super chats and messages along with donations can access it. Okay. Now, your shadow self is a part of you that you're trying to work on, trying to better. It might have something to do with confidence. It might have something to do with childhood trauma, adult trauma. It could even have something to do with relationships, specifically childhood relationships, relationships with family members, relationships with the people that are closest to you, is how I'm looking at it. Um, I want to work on healing those relationships with the people today because, like I said, I have a video coming out, and I guess it just put me in a more emotional state. Um, Dealing with like a love relationship right now, that's like more love reading. I'm open to doing it. I'll pull one card, and then if you guys want more, you could super chat. Um, Donate through YouTube, or I also have links in the description box where you can donate directly to me through Cash App and PayPal. And you guys know I love going into relationships, but I wanted to just focus my intentions on helping someone in need. Okay, and now I'm going to look at the list. So we have Ashley. Ashley, do you have a question? Red Moon, do you have a question? And then we have Alvaro. Do you have a question? And Cinderella wants to know what's coming towards her in love. You want a one card pull for love, Ashley? Let me go ahead and pull out my card. One card, general. Okay, I mean, general can get into shadow work, so we're good pulling out more than one card for a general. Sometimes the spirit just want to speak to you, so I'm cool with pulling more than one card for general, so you're good. So Ashley, let me go ahead and type the list in here. We got, hello Jane, give me 1 second. Ashley, I'm writing up the list. We got Ashley, we got Red, we have Alvaro, Cinderella. And then we have Jane. Let me glance over that, make sure I have everyone. Again, it is Ashley, Red Moon, Alvaro, Cinderella. And then we have Jane. Okay, so that's everyone right now. So Ashley already told me you want a general reading. That doesn't have to be limited to one card, just relationships. I mean, if the cards want to speak about a relationship, go off. But for my darling Ashley, give me a card. Tell me something that she needs to hear right now. Give me some. Ooh. For Ashley? We have the Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It kind of feels like you're moving out of a harder time. It's a time where you feel a lot of stress. You're going into that last little piece of a situation where it's been tough. It hasn't been easy. You have you feel a little hurt from it. You see the bandages on the head, and now you're kind of like a caged animal. You're trying to see what's going to happen next. You're feeling really stressed out a little bit, and this is specifically about a little bit about a journey. It's specifically about something that you've been working on. You've been working on it for a while, and it's moving on to this point. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it's telling you to be open to receiving. There's a lot of help around you, but you don't know how to tap into it. You might think that there's certain people around you that can't really help you on your situation. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you should step into that energy of asking for help if you're one of those people that don't like to ask for help. I know there's a lot of people like that in the world. Not me. I could never. If I need help, I need help, baby. But you need to go ahead and ask for help. And even if it's not for a physical thing, a physical want, or something you don't necessarily want from people. Maybe you're on a spiritual journey and it's taking you a while to get here. And now you're just kind of like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm trying to figure things out. I'm not really sure what's going on. You are reaching the end of this hard time. You are reaching the end of this stressful time. But the thing is, you have to ask for help. And so, like we said, it might not be a physical item. It might not be something that you want from people. It might be something that you want from yourself. If it's something that you want from yourself, you're like, oh, I wish I had more willpower or something to do this. I wish I wasn't so afraid. I wish I wasn't so stressed at this moment. If you aren't asking for help from people, you need to ask help from your spiritual guides. Now, your spiritual guides are there for you. I say this a lot, that your spiritual guides are there and they need you. They want you. They desire for you to ask what you need from them. At this point, you need to start a manifestation journal. Take the moments to be very mindful and talk to your spiritual guides about what you want to achieve and accomplish, especially if it's something within yourself. Because if you're just thinking it, a thought is not putting action into it. So you have to go ahead and write it down too. You said, I love my spiritual guides. So you've definitely been reaching out to your spiritual guides, communicating with them. They're saying, if there's this one thing you want, and honestly, even if it's physical, because I was trying to focus on the metaphysical things, the aspects of everything, because I was like, I don't really know what's happening. But you're saying I do tarot, so you're connecting with them a lot, which is great. I love the vibes. So you're doing your tarot, you're connecting with them, you're communicating with them a lot, you're manifesting. Then at this point, just be open to receive, because something's going to be happening pretty soon. Let me pull some more cards to see what's about to happen then. So you got the Nine of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Let me pull one more card. Dang. Give me a second. They didn't fall down, but the whole deck trying to come out now. Okay, Ashley. Ashley. What does Ashley need to hear? And we have the Ace of Cups. You're going to be stepping into a new abundant reality pretty soon. When I see, well, for me, when cards are in reverse, it's kind of energy that you're stepping into. So with this energy, and also the Six of Pentacles is also something you're stepping into. You're stepping into receiving, and you're stepping into an abundance moment. You know how the Six of Cups is always like, especially in the old Rider-Waite deck, it's kind of like a cup that's overflowing. Spirit is giving you something that you need to fulfill a emotional sector in you. I don't know why I said sector, but emotional. It's something to do with that heart chakra. Something's happening, and Spirit's going to give you something that kind of help you heal something in your heart, if that makes sense, right? Let me see. Let me try to pull. Let me pull one of these cards just to top it all off. Let's see what's going to happen. These are V Loving Crystals eye candy oracle cards. So, okay, so give me a second. One more card for Ashley. And we have the fulfillment card. Things are happening. Like I said, with the Nine of Wands, you're moving past a hard point in life, and you're coming to the point where you're receiving more from others, and the universe is making you, pushing you, honestly, into this energy of your cup is about to start running over. If it isn't already, you're going to receive a lot from the universe. You said you like it? Yeah, this is the eye candy oracle from V Loving Crystals. She's having a sale. If you buy it through her Etsy, she's having a sale. So I think all of her cards are like 20, 22, 22. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm going to go on to the next person. Thank you for letting me read for you. I don't know. You said I know and love. I know V love and crystals. Yeah. So you should get the deck then. I just bought another deck from her because I had a friend to buy me some tarot cards recently, and I was like, oh wow. I hope that friend isn't in the chat, but I wanted to surprise her with the Eye Candy Oracle because I think that they're a great deck to have. Like they just make me happy, so I want to give them to her so she can be happy. Right now we're at Red, Alvaro, Cinderella, and Jane. Copy, paste. Someone else came in, Andrea. So let me add Andrea to the list. Andrea. Okay, Red. Hey, Red. You said something earlier. Let me go back up. So you said, by the way, my caption to get the GKS scholarship got delivered a few days ago. Next week might get an interview. Oh, I feel so happy for you. Oh my gosh. And Red wants a general reading. A general reading for Red. A general reading for Red. What does Spirit want her to know? What's some energy that she can take with her? What's happening? It's funny that you were talking about you just sent out your application because the card that came out was the Fool. A whole new world. We're stepping into some new energy. We're about to shake things up. We're going on a trip. And the sun is on your back. The sun is blessing you. There's a level of freedom right here. Now, this Fool doesn't have their bag with them, but they're ready to fly. They're ready to see the world differently. Okay. So, what else does Red need to hear about? What else? We have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords represents some type of hurt in the heart chakra area for me. It's like a relationship. There's going to be a painful moment with the relationships around you, which I'm putting these together, which when going overseas, you're going to be missing your family. You're going to be missing your friends. Something's going to happen where you're going to be hurting a little bit. And let me say, going overseas, family and friends, you're not going to be around them as much. You can feel hurt there. Why is my nose itchy? So let me look into this some more. What else we doing over here? You're stepping into the magician energy. You're stepping into the energy of having all of the tools that you need to get things done. You're stepping into the energy of you have the power. You're stepping into the energy of no one else can take this power away from me. The magician represents a lady that has all of her tools with her. You know, some people see it as another person. Some people see it as the Fool is stepping into this energy. I specifically see it as you are stepping into this energy. You're going to have all the tools that can be afforded to you. You're going to be feeling very powerful coming up soon because things are going to be working out. Do you have a manifestation journal? I think you need to have a manifestation journal. I'm just throwing that out there. I think manifestation. Ooh, and then we got another card. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. So this represents that energy of feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit stressed. But look at her. She's looking at her phone. And what were we talking about? We're talking about going on a trip. We're talking about going somewhere else, going somewhere new. The Fool setting out on this journey, followed by the Three of Swords. feeling hurt, missing people, family members back at home. The magician, you have all of the tools, though, in this situation. You have everything that you really wanted, possibly, in this situation, but it still feels a little empty. Now, when you first move, when you first leave a country and go to another country, you're you're surrounded by a lot of people you don't know. There's a lot of stressness and sadness that can come with that. If you want to see my video, okay, this isn't a plug, but give me a second. Let me send you this video of when I first went to Korea and I was teaching, okay? People don't like that video. It's gotten a lot of dislikes because I was saying that, there's a sadness attached to it, and people don't want to hear about how you're going to be sad to be away from your family at all. People don't want that idea. People don't want that feeling associated with their dream goals. But it's something that you have to be aware of, because if you're more aware that, it's not going to be all fairy tales and sugar plums, then you'll be more prepared to deal with that shift. I wasn't prepared to deal with that shift. I'm going to let you know right now. I thought Korea was going to be everything in its bag of chips, but that was because I didn't prepare myself for, I am going to feel lonely. And one of the things that you can do to prepare yourself is by spending a lot of time with your family now and building these memories and making sure that you take pictures, making sure that you take the time to make a lot of good memories, do family game nights and things like that, because when you go away and you can't interact with them as much, you're going to say, well, what if something happens to them and stuff like that? And it's going to be that those thoughts are going to go around in your head, and you're going to be like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. You definitely, I feel at this point that you're definitely getting ready to make some big changes. Go a different way. You're gonna be away from people, and it's gonna hit you once you get there. It's amazing. I'm looking for the video. I'm looking for the video. I think this is the video. It's a 7-minute video. I'm gonna link it for you. Yeah, I'm gonna link it for you. Yeah. It's an amazing opportunity. I must say, it was an amazing opportunity. It's just you're not prepared for the culture shock until you get deeper in it. And for me specifically, and here's one of the things, you're going over there for school, so you're going to be around other English speakers. For me, I went over there to teach English, and I went there, and when we're first there, it's like we're around a bunch of English speakers. So first you get the hype, and then you're going to orientation for like a month, and it's a bunch of English speakers. And then after that, they ship you out to your little town. And when you're shipped off to your little town, you can't talk to people like that. People are moving on. People are trying to adjust to their new towns. People aren't communicating as much. So going over as a student actually gives you an advantage that I did not have, because you are still surrounded by other people that that speak English. You're still surrounded by other people that should be friendly. Everybody's young university students, so you're still going to look at your phone and wish that the time zone difference didn't affect how you could pick up the phone and just call someone, because you're going to miss that feeling. But still, it's going to give you're stepping into the energy of having everything you want, everything you need. And it's kind of interesting because the Fool, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords, these are all upright. But the Magician is in reverse. This is the energy you're stepping into again. You said, I thought about taking pictures with me or an album. You got to. You got to, because it's amazing how much you start to miss someone when you are away. It's amazing. So now we're at Alvaro, Cinderella, and Andrea. Give me one moment. I need to get my story straight. But yes, it's amazing how how everything can change, honestly. Things have been very good on my end. Things have been very, very good on my end. And it looks like things are going to be very good on your end too, Red. Um, there's been a lot of healing from my end. That again, that's why I wanted to come on here and do shadow healing for my life, because I've been doing a lot of healing and I want to force you guys along on that journey of doing healing with me. um and then also I don't have a lot of people come to me for shadow work, so that's why I've made it a stipulation today. So we got Alvaro, Cinderella, Jane, Andrea, and then we have Alia and Brooks. Do you guys want to get added to the list? Alia. Alia and Brooks. Alia and Brooke. And then we had Summer come in. So Summer, you're on the list now as well. Okay, so right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 people on the list. I'm gonna wait until I get that back down to like 3 before I add anyone else on the list. So if any new people came in, if you guys would let them know that I'm not adding anyone else on the list until I get the list down a little bit more. I'm trying to be on for an hour, specifically trying to work with shadow cells, because I feel a calling to work with that today. I don't know. I don't know. Alvaro, are you in here? Okay, Cinderella, are you in here? Cinderella, you asked what's coming towards you in love. I'm going to pull a card for that, and I might pull a clarifier, but just one card pull. Um, One card pull. If you have any more questions or it brings up more questions, I would be happy if you donated to the channel and I could get into it, because you guys know, I'm sorry, your girl will spend a lot of time on a reading if you guys have never been to one of my lives. So for Cinderella, what is coming towards Cinderella in love? What is coming towards Cinderella in love? So we have, you said post my Cash App. It's in my description box in my link tree, which that is a lot of movement. I believe it's Unitedly or Random. I believe that's it. And then if that's not it, then it's just Unitedly Random without the underscore. Let me type in both of them. Unitedly Random without underscore. Oh, I typed my own name. So Cinderella, we have the Four of Pentacles upright. So this is an energy that you're stepping into. It's energy that you're kind of already in. I kind of feel like you're so focused on like career, you're so focused on having success in other places that right now love doesn't really get a lot of attention with you. You want to be in a relationship, but also it's more so like you're focusing on building something right now. If we're saying what's coming towards you in love, right now it's just like you're kind of stuck holding on to other things, so your love position, your love area is not growing as much as it could be growing. So right now, especially in this month, in these current weeks surrounding this month, there's not going to be a lot coming towards you in love because you're stuck trying to finish something. You're stuck trying to get something done, right? As you can see, look at her. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull a card from the Fortune Cookie Oracle decks and try to see if they're going to clarify. Give me something to happen. Like, what's going to happen with Cinderella and love? What's happening with Cinderella and love? Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Four of Pentacles, Cinderella and love. Okay, we have two cards, and it's talking about remember the forgotten, and it's also talking about master a craft. So right now, I think you're going to be reminiscing about an ex in love. Possibly they might pop back up, or there's a tombstone right here. Did you lose anyone in like the recent past? Not so recent past, maybe in like the last 5 years. If you lost someone in like the last 5 years, they might be calling for you to meditate because they might be trying to send you a message. They might be trying to send you along a certain path and you're not aware of it because you're just so busy. You're so busy trying to do something. You're so busy trying to get something done that you're not seeing the other possibilities. You're not seeing or allowing yourself to see the other possibilities. We have the master a craft, and I feel like you might be already working on mastering a craft right now, but there's something that you need to do that's going to help you get into the love relationship. Okay, so you're going to be mastering a craft. Maybe even if we're speaking about remembering the forgotten, talking to someone who possibly have already passed, or just not even talking to them. They don't have to come up and have a whole conversation with you, but they're trying to send you signals, maybe signals to slow down and rest. And remember to do something that makes you happy once a day, because you're tiring yourself out focusing on this one thing, and they want you to know that they have you. You need to manifest this abundance so you don't have to work so hard. You need to call on your angels so you don't have to work so hard, because you're stressing yourself out working on this certain project. And in actuality, the world keeps going around you, and the longer you stress out about this thing, the longer it takes you to finish it, because while you're stressing out, you can't really do a good job. So that's what I'm picking up on right now. In love, you're working on a lot of things. And until you finish this holding on to something, until you finish this stuck energy, you're not going to be moving on. And how do you get out of that stuck energy? You have to remember the past, and you have to start doing things that make you happier. Okay, so that's what I got for you in your love reading. Let me know next week. I'm doing a guided meditation, but come back the first week of April, Sunday, and I'll do a love reading for you for free then. Okay, if you pop back up in my next live. Okay, so thank you for letting me read for you, Cinderella. And I'm going to be going on to the next person. Give me a moment. So right now, we're at Jane. No problem, Cinderella. I'm happy that you let me read for you. Backspace. We're at Jane. And did anyone else come in while we were at Jane? Okay, no. Okay. So Jane wants to know what's coming for me in April. Okay. What's coming for you in April? So like a general reading is how I'm going to take that, because if Spirit wants to talk about someone new coming in, they'll go ahead and pick it up. Let me see what's coming for Jane in April. Anything else? Okay, y'all acting wild. I'm taking the upright ones. You fell first, then you, and then you. Okay, so we have a couple cards going on. So with the Two of Pentacles, it's talking about balance. You're coming to a point where you're going to have to do a little song and dance and balance things in your life. Two different things in your life. Specifically, we have the Pentacles. So it kind of feels like you're having to balance monetary things or material things. Maybe a job and a relationship. It's not material, but it's not necessarily as emotional as one would seem. You're not emotionally attached to it as much. You're just like, okay, I got to make money, but I also want to do this hobby of mine. It's just more so things that you can experience on this mortal realm, right? You're having to find balance with them in April. With the Eight of Cups, you're going to have to walk away from something that it does not serve you, but you're not ready for it in April. This card usually represents someone leaving in the dead of night, not from something that hurts them, not for something that's bad for them, but honestly for something that they want. They really want. They want it, but they can't have it. With the Eight of Cups, it kind of makes it seem like, okay, we were making a bridge of some, or we were making, what do you call those things? Like a block. We are blocking something out at some point. But you're walking away from it because you can't block it out. You have to go on that side mission so that you can get to the next point. That walking away from that thing that you enjoy, walking away from that thing that you love is going to put you in a tower moment, okay? Something's happening. Your life is about to be shaken up a little bit. So I feel like there's a little bit of a warning right now. So when we look at the cards, we have the tower moment. We have the Two of Pentacles, okay? So the Two of Pentacles, I told you, you're trying to find balance in things. You're trying to figure out how to work things together and you're trying to do this song and dance with what you like and what you have to do. We have the Eight of Cups talking about, okay, well, you chose, I'm going to focus on the thing that I have to do. I'm going to focus on one of these things. You know what you're going to focus on because something's going to happen. You're going to try to focus on only one of the things, and you're going to be like, okay, I'll come back to the other thing later when I'm in a better space. That's going to cause a tower moment for you, and things are going to get really shaken up. Now, if you want this tower moment, if you want this quick and sudden change, go ahead and walk away. Go ahead and not try to find that optimal balance point, okay? Go ahead and just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to focus on this because that tower change, I want that tower change to happen because I want to build off of the ground up. The tower doesn't necessarily always mean a bad thing. Shaking things up and starting from the beginning gives you a chance to set down new rules. It gives you a chance to make sure your foundation is strong. It gives you a chance to kind of build everything from the ground up and create this world that you want to enjoy, right? But it's not going to feel comfortable. It's not going to feel comfortable at all. But at the plus side, you see it coming. You know what's going to come. So you can honestly control it as it comes. You can manifest it to be the best tower moment of your life. And it's going to push you to greatness, right? Or you can avoid it. So that is what I see for you in April. Let me pull some fortune cookie oracle from V Love and Crystals, and let me see what they have to say. What else does Jane need to hear right now? Anything else? Something is being neglected, which is interesting. It all comes together. I love it when readings come together. Like they're resonating with themselves. Something is being neglected in the month of April. What did I say? What did I say? Two of Pentacles, you're going to have to find balance. Eight of Cups, you're walking away from something. You're walking away from something. And it's not something that you don't like. It's not something that you would hate to be in this situation. It's just something that you don't have the tools to do, which is leading you to a tower moment. Things are getting shaken up. But right here, what's happening? Something is being neglected. It's really about balance. Your month of April is definitely about balance and trying to balance specifically two things. It could be more than two things, but trying to find balance with what you have to do and what you love to do, and trying to make sure that every day you do something that you have to do and every day you do something that you love to do. Do what you love to do right before bed. Do what you love to do right before bed. You're talking about no new thing in April. There is a new thing in April. That tower moment, that's new. You're not in that tower moment yet. That tower moment is going to shake everything up and start from the bottom. That is new. The tower moment is going to shake everything up for you in the month of April. That's as new as it can get. If everything is crashing down, that is as new as it can get, darling. You got your new. You might not want the new, but you got your new with the tower moment. It's all about balancing, though. Balancing what you have. Girl, you said in a good or bad way. I already said power moments can be good. You have to manifest the power. You have the power for them to be good. Like, girl, Jane, I'm going to talk to you later because I done said that. Tower moments are what you can choose for this tower moment to be good. Okay. Like, you can decide. You have the power. You can manifest the power. Tower moments are not going to feel great. They are not going to feel great. But what do? They give you an opportunity to start from the bottom. They give you an opportunity to make sure that your foundation is strong. And that's always a good thing. They might not look good. It might hurt, but it's always a good thing to go back from the beginning and make what you have stronger, because that means that later on nothing can push you down. Nothing is going to start it all. Nothing. If you've never had a tower moment in your life, anything can knock over your tower because you don't know how to make it stronger. You don't know how it's so strong. Like, you don't have the power. You haven't. Here's what I want to say real quick. So, people who have never had a tower moment, never had a really hard time, a really stressful time, when they have their hard and stressful time, it's going to push them so down. It's going to be very damaging for them. For people who've just been living their life with a lot of tower moments, we're building up our tower stronger. We're learning along the way. And so when we get to the end, our tower is going to be very strong, first of all, but it's also, we're going to be seeing the world differently. And we're going to have a lot more knowledge that the people who never had to deal with these things we have a lot more knowledge if we're building our tower and doing this, and we're changing, we're growing. They all happen for a reason. You said, what is my wish? It's all about love. I want a mutual long time love in marriage. Oh, if you was calling about love and marriage, and specifically I was talking about shadow work and whatnot, spirit might be messing with you. I don't know. I really don't know. I was here for shadow work, and you wanted to use me for your love and your marriage. And I mean, Spirit has spoken. We got tower. You need to find balance. Balance within something. If it's about love, it's about love, but you need to find balance. You're talking about love and marriage. And I'm over here trying to do shadow works. Well, I'm going to go on to the next one, Jane. I hope to see you in another reading when I'm actually doing a reading about love. And then you might be able to get a clearer answer, darling. What Jim the Libra is thinking after I deleted my social media where we used to talk. Jane, I will see you later. Andrea wants to know what Jim the Libra is thinking after she deleted her social media, where you guys used to talk. So what is Jim thinking? Actually, I have a good card for this. I'll just pull my these decks out. I'll just pull this deck out. Okay. I don't know if you were here earlier, but I'm pulling out pretty much. I'm trying to limit how many cards I do so I can get through everyone because I always end up not finishing people. So I'm trying to limit the cards. It's not just about the, give me 1 second. It's not just about the money right now. I'm just trying to limit how many cards I pull so I can actually help more people. Because people will ask 10 questions after they give you the ask one question. They'll ask 10 more questions. And while I love it, I'm trying to set more limits lately. So Andrea. I have the Hermit Tarot, so these will give you an answer about like exactly what they're thinking. I also have some tarot cards like kind of like throughout this, so we can get more of an answer. I'm just gonna pull until Spirit tells me to stop, and then we'll read from that. Okay, especially because you were very upfront about it being a love reading. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to put that back in there, but I'm going to let you see it though. This is the Lover's card. So this is definitely a love reading. That's my clarification, okay? Andrea and Jim. Andrea and Jim. Andrea and Jim. Andrea and Jim. Okay. What is Jim the Libra thinking after I deleted my social media where we used to talk? What is Jim thinking? That's a lot of cards. Let me see. I'll take the up one. So we have this card, and it says, if I follow you, I could lose everything. I feel like you might have gave him an ultimatum. And then also, I meant what I said. We have a lot of 5 cards, which, these kind of represent the tarot cards. If I follow you, I could lose everything. Probably the 5 of Swords. I meant what I said. I can't put that in my head right now. If I ask you to stay, would you leave? I still don't have all the answers. And then we also have the Love Me card. So I'm getting a image right now that you might have given Jim a ultimatum. You might have said, hey, look, I don't want to continue what we're doing. I feel like there might have been like a lot of passionate energy between you guys. Like, here's the thing. You guys might have very spicy conversations, and you might have gotten to the point where you're just like, I'm tired of the spicy conversations. I want a legit relationship. I want this. And Jim's trying to I don't know why I want to put this on Jim. I'm sorry, Jim, if this is not you, but Jim's trying to be a little bit of a fuck boy, okay? Jim is kind of like, I'm not really ready for a relationship, but I'm really enjoying your time. I want to continue to enjoy your time, but I don't want to give you the titles that you want. And he means it. He means it full-heartedly. He doesn't want to be tied down in that way. He doesn't want to be tied down in that way. And also, if I follow you, I could lose everything. If he continues, like, it's this fear. I don't know if he had to go through something with a girl in the past, or just, his family is not very put together. It's a little chaotic, but he's afraid of that relationship. And he's saying, if I follow you, I could lose everything. If I follow you and I follow what you want, I'm going to lose that freedom that perceived freedom that I'm enjoying right now. And also I could lose who I am, because he's like kind of built up his walls to not be in this relationship. He's built up his walls so he's not in this situation. But he wants you to stay. He likes you. That's without a doubt. he likes you, but he can't give you what you want. So it's like, if I ask you to stay, would you leave? And you're like, yeah, because I'm tired of playing this game with you. I want more, and you don't want what I want. You're not giving me what I need. And it comes back to the, I still don't have all the answers. It's kind of that two of swords. Like, it's like, what he said he meant, okay? And right now, if he changed his mind, like, if it's immediate, first of all, if it's immediate, he can't change his mind that quickly. He can't shift. He can't go to your side right now. And if he did, I'd be very suspicious, because at this point, he's coming after you because of, like, loneliness. He would be coming after you because he really doesn't want you to go. He just be more like, I just want you to stay, right? And he's not at that point. He's not at that maturity level. He's not at that point where he's healed himself to actually be really faithful. If he stayed, he would get into the relationship. And this is what I'm picking up right now. He would get into the relationship if he decided, okay, we're going to do this like how you want it. He would get into the relationship, and not long after, he would be doing, like, talking to girls, or he'd be doing something inappropriate. And you're like, you can't do that in a relationship. And he'll hit you back with the, well, you know what kind of man I was before you got in a relationship with me. Walk away. He's gonna try to, like, once you walk away, it's a threat. Okay, wait a minute, she doesn't want to be with me anymore. Now he's scared, because he's enjoying all of that attention. He's enjoying what you're giving him. The thing is, and I've been saying this a lot, this is going to be a motto for my channel. You're filling people's cups, and they won't even fill your own cup. And the thing is, you're not wrong for filling someone else's cup, okay? You're not wrong for being this, honestly, this boss beesh, like, I'm feeling like, okay, you got some regal energy about you. You're not gonna play with him. You're not wrong for wanting what you want, and you know it. First of all, if I pulled out a card, you'd probably be the Queen of Wands. You're powerful. You're like, I'm not gonna play this game with you. I'm loving the energy. But what he's going to do is, once he sees that you're serious, you're like, I'm not going to play with you. Then he's going to come back to you, and he's going to be weepy. And he's going to be like, love me. And you know what? I really love you. He's going to try to, if he hasn't said that love word yet, he ain't made the commitment to really be like, I really feel you. He's going to try to use that as a weapon to try to make you stay. But you're strong. You're like, So he feeling it. He looking, he trying to see if you're going to message him back. He's over here in his feelings. He over here trying to be like, oh, well, she was the one that messed it up, and we had a good thing. No, he had a good thing. He was enjoying getting what he was getting, and you just like, I'm not finna do it anymore. He pouting. He pouting. He look at his phone, and he's just like, so she not gonna text back. Like, that's how he's feeling. He's in his moods, okay? Like, if you just wanted to hear about how he's having a hard time, girl, he having a hard time. Your distance from him, you're walking away from him. He's not over here like, okay, well, fine. No, he pouting. He missing you. He said she had that good, and I can't replace it. And that's the thing. Women who are good, women who are loving, they always have the good, okay? And he can't replace that to any of his other thoughty girls. It's nothing wrong with being a thought. Okay, if that's what you want. And also, if it's not tied to trauma, go off. But he can't get what he get from you from his other thoughty girls. Okay, he's gonna start trying to get with a girl, and he's gonna try to recreate what you brought into his life. And that girl gonna be like, look, we just bedmates. You need to leave me alone. He's gonna learn. Okay, he just couldn't learn with you. Okay, I'm saying he's one of those people that will be back in your life in a couple years talking about, I did you wrong. That's what I'm picking up on that. And then at that point, you're going to be in another relationship like, oh yeah, you did. You did that to yourself. So I'm going to go on to the next person. Alia, are you in the chat? Hearts Love Joe wants to get added to the list. Hearts Love, if I finish Alia, Brooke, and Summer before an hour hits, then I'll definitely add you in. So sit around for a little bit. And I will be ending at Heart's Love if we finish before an hour, but I don't think we're going to be finishing before an hour. If anyone, it seems like Aaliyah isn't here. What about Brooke? Brooke, are you here? Brooke? Summer, are you here? We're just moving on. We're just moving on. Summer, darling, are you here? Okay, what's your question? Hearts Love, we definitely can get you in. We definitely can get you in. It's gonna be you and Summer. And Brooke's here too. Brooke, where were you? Is Aaliyah gonna pop up now? Is Alia gonna pop up now? Alia gonna pop up now? Let me just pause for a moment. Okay, then we're gonna be doing, what's my list? Where's my list? We're going to be doing Summer and Hearts Love, and we're going to end with Hearts Love. We're doing Brooke right now, okay? So Brooke, Summer, and Hearts Love. 3 more people. I'm sorry if anyone else comes into the chat after this. If the chat can let them know that I am not doing adding anyone else to the list unless they are donating to the channel, because we're going over my allotted time, right? I will be doing another live the first week, I do believe, of April. Next week is not going to be a live. It's going to be a guided meditation, if you guys are interested in that, on my channel. So Brooke, Brooke. You said you've been here. Okay, but what's your question, darling? I've been recently really trying to do some shadow work. I want to know if I'm on the right track, if I'm spiritually on the right track. Okay. So Brooke wants to know if she's on the right track. Really out here working on herself. And Brooke wants to know spiritually if what she's doing is right. I feel like this is really representing you right now. Give me some more cards about this. Okay, give me one more card. Oh, you gave me a lot more cards than one more. Okay, go off. Spirit said, look, we're healing some things right now. So the 10 of Swords, this is the energy that you're already in. You might be asking if you're doing on the right track, because it doesn't feel good right now. You feel like you're laying down and you're trying to do something, or you're calling for help, but you feel all of these swords in you. The thing about making things better is it's gonna feel bad for a while before it gets better. You know what I'm saying? And not even for a while, but it's definitely gonna feel bad. Because, and the reason for that is because we spend so much time trying to hide away our hurt. We're spending so much time trying to ignore the pain and just living for day to day that it kind of sneaks up on us. And then when you're trying to deal it, you're like, wow, this is a lot more than I thought I actually had to work on. So that's what I'm feeling like you're tapping into right now. You're seeing that there's a lot more to it than you actually thought there was. It's sneaking up on you, and you're like, wait a minute, I'm not sure about this. Then we have the Knight of Swords. So there's kind of this energy of stepping into this energy of okay, I got my sword and I'm going forward. Okay, this is the energy that you're stepping into right now. And then we have these cards to continue to talk about this. So currently you're in the point where you're like, okay, everything is okay, but also no, it's not, because now I'm seeing that there's a whole lot of baggage that I wasn't aware of right now, and I'm trying to deal with this, but it's just like, dang, that kind of hurts. This is the energy you're stepping into. Okay, again, the Knight of Swords. You're doing something with these swords. You're honestly, you're taking your hurt and you're showing the world, and you're saying, hey, I healed from it, you can heal from it too. You're going to become a teacher. You're going to become a sage through this moment, dealing with your pains. Okay, you're getting to the point where you can help other people because you've been through a hurting time, you've been through a hard time, and that's going to push you to be able to help other people. When we go to the next card, we reach that Nine of Pentacles. You're asking, are you on the right track? Are you doing it right? With the Nine of Pentacles, this represents abundance. So once you get into that energy, which you're stepping into that energy right now, you said the Knight of Swords is upside down. Yeah, it's upside down. Girl, you must not have been around for my pick a cards and how I read my cards specifically, because I read it intuitively. But also, when a card is in reverse, I see that as energy that you're stepping into, opposed to if it's upright, like this energy right here, it's upright. This is where you are. And when it's in reverse, it's something that you're stepping into, right? So upright current energy, in reverse, this represents what you're stepping into, and then the cards after that are continuing on past that point that you stepped into this, right? So you're stepping into this energy, and it's coming fast, of someone who is taking your hurt and you're dealing with it, and you're using it kind of as a weapon, not like a weapon to hurt people, but a weapon to enrich your life. We step into this next point where we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles represents abundance. Nine of Pentacles represents receiving messages, helping a lot of people, financial security. It's the message of you're not having to worry anymore. So I feel like you're definitely are on the right track. There's one thing that the spirit wants you to remember, and there's one thing that the spirit wants you to take with you along this way, is that you use your pains, you use your hurt to help other people. And when you're doing that, you're going to step into a point of abundance. You're going to step into a point of having things that you didn't even know were coming your way to come your way. With the Knight of Swords and also the abundance card right next to it, you're kind of using your pain to create a new reality for you, and it's going to be an abundant reality. Then we go back and we're stepping into some more energy. Okay, we're stepping into the energy of rest. We're stepping into the energy of, okay, I've done a lot and now I can sit back and I can rest. Okay, and what happens from that is, after you rest, you have to make another choice. After you rest, you're prepared to go through another phase. There's a lot coming in your life. And it's specifically like, this moment is going to change your life. The shadow work that you're doing right now is going to change your life. Okay? With this, the shadow work is turning you and going into the swords energy, the abundance energy. And then you're going to reach a point where it kind of plateaus. It's not going to get bad. It's not going to get worse. It's probably not going to get much better. It's going to plateau. And once it plateaus with that Four of Swords energy, okay, you're resting, you're recuperating, you're looking back at what you've done. You're looking back at what you're done, and you're feeling very blessed, and you're feeling well rested. You've healed yourself, and then you're stepping into a new choices point again. And this new choices point is going to be like, okay, what are we going to do now? Because once you heal yourself, you can do everything. You can do anything and everything. Okay, let me pull a fortune cookie oracle card for you. I just want you to know right now, you are on the right track with your shadow work. Spiritually, you are on the right track. Spirit also wants you to know that you need to use these painful moments. You need to use these painful moments with your own digression. Work on it, and then come back. Use those moments to help heal the world, because there's people out in the world that will never speak about what happened to them. There's people out in the world who will never speak about their shadow side or anything that would make them look bad. Even if it was your past, like, it's people who are so afraid of their image, okay? And what Spirit is saying is, we're preparing you, we're strengthening you so that you can use your words to help heal people, or also keep people from making, I want to say, the same mistakes that you may have made in the past. Okay, you have that power. Spirit is with you every step of the way. Let me go ahead and pull a card from the Fortune Cookie Oracle deck from V Loving Crystals. If you guys don't know, V Loving Crystals, that's my big sis on YouTube. She be taking care of me, honestly. But so Fortune Cookie Oracle deck, give me a message for Brooke. Give me a message for Brooke. Okay, we have two messages. Master a craft. Master a craft. So specifically with everything that's going on right now, the craft that I feel like you're mastering is the craft of a storyteller, if that makes sense. So, and it's not like you have to make your story unbelievable, but mastering your craft by opening up and speaking your truth, by opening up and speaking your story. Master that craft so that your story can, first of all, you want to share your story, but you want your story to be a learning experience. So you have to master the craft to be able to look at yourself in a more objective manner. You have to be able to show the bad, and you have to be able to show the good, but you have to not try to hide the bad just to make you look good all the time. So there's some balance that needs to happen between that for you to actually really get to the point where you can help people, because you can kind of help people by just telling them your story, but only telling them the story that looks good to you. But you can help a lot more people if you tell them the story that looks good to you and also sometimes makes you look bad. Okay. And then we have trust is mutual. Trust in the universe, and the universe is going to help you along the way. Trust is mutual. The universe is right there along the way, by your side, making sure that you reach these goals, and they're supporting you. And so even though it's going to hurt, because you're going to have to go through the pain of the shadow work, you're going to have to go to the not so nice part of the shadow work before it gets better. Trust that the universe is there, and they're not just making you feel this pain for no reason. Don't never once feel like everything you went through in your life was for no reason and just for you to have a horrible life, because that's not true. That is not true at all. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next person. Thank you, Brooke, for letting me read for you today. I wanted to go ahead and thank your spiritual guides, because they were coming through with these readings. Like, you have a lot of abundance coming towards you in the future, and I hope that I can be around to see it happen. If you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, I don't know why. I've been using YouTube as my way of, kind of sharing my story. So if you're thinking about opening up a YouTube channel or doing something like that to share your story, or a blog also, if you're thinking about doing a blog, definitely let me know. I will definitely let me know. Send me an email at my unitlyrandom@gmail email, and I will share your videos. I will share your point of view, and I will push the people who come to my channel to your channel, because right now I'm opening up about childhood traumas and things like that. And for people who come to me to kind of heal, or to see that they're not alone in this world, I think that they would feel good to also see someone else. And someone that it's something about, it's interesting because it's not just something about people going through a hard time that people want to watch. It's something about the human aspect of the hard time. That's why people love Trisha Paytas so much. She was on her bathroom floor, not bathroom, but she was on her kitchen floor crying. Okay, but like, that vulnerability is why people love her. They're like, wow, this girl was crying on the floor, and like, look at her now. That come up is what's going to motivate a lot of people. A lot of people who are following Trisha Paytas when she was crying on the floor are now looking at her in her mansion, and they're like, okay, I need to heal myself. So that's something that I see with you, Brooke. You said peace and blessings. Peace and blessings your way too. And I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next person. I think I'm specifically working with Summer. Summer, are you here, darling? Okay, you want to know Brian's feelings for Evelyn. I'm pulling out my Hermit Tarot card, and we're gonna see with these. I feel like that's more of a relationship reading. Are you Evelyn? I don't know. But I'll let Spirit answer how they want to answer, okay? Especially because you've been here since the beginning. So Brian's feelings for Evelyn. One of Swords. It feels he's thinking it's like a new beginning, kind of. Like it's more so like thoughts are happening towards that, and it's just like I wonder, and I'm curious. That's the energy that I'm picking up from that. Brian's feelings towards Evelyn. Listen to your heart. So there's thoughts involved, but it's also like the heart chakra has spoken. There's a feeling, there's a connection, there's a draw towards Evelyn from his end. Give me one moment. Anything else? And I don't want to lose you. So overall, I feel like this is definitely a relationship or something that's going to turn into a relationship. Right now, maybe you guys are long distance or you guys haven't been talking as much. I'm feeling like definitely Brian is feeling like I don't want to lose you. You have a special place in my heart, and I'm trying to think to how to make this work. I'm trying to figure things out, but it's a lot of confusion, a lot of stress, a little bit. There's a little bit of a what am I doing wrong and how do I make it better? Have you guys not been talking, or have you guys just started like communicating? Because if it's you guys just started communicating, he's trying to figure out how to better communicate with you. But if you guys got into like a little bit of a spat, it's making his voice so anxious. He don't know what to do with himself. He over here like, I don't want to lose this person. Like, it's like, yeah, you saying yes, true, no communication for months. He's trying to figure things out. That's the energy that I have, Brian, feeling towards Evelyn. I'm trying to figure things out because I want to listen to my heart, and I also don't want to lose this person, but I don't know where to go from here. So it's kind of like that stuck energy. If you I don't know who was the last person to reach out to the other one, but if you feel the urge to go ahead and send him a message and ask him how he's doing, I say go ahead and send him a message. It can't hurt anything. Because I feel like this person, even if you guys aren't communicating, he's still thinking about you every once in a while. Okay, popping up in his head. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on to the next person, which was supposed to be the last person. Battle fights. You want to know if there is a list. Let me see. Give me a moment. Is Hearts Love in the chat? Because if Hearts Love left, we're good. Because I've already went. Okay. Okay. Hearts Love is still here. Brooke, I'll pull one card for you. Okay, just one card. I'm gonna be strict on that because I see what you said in the chat. I'll pull one card for you for your April. Okay, and then also I'm getting ready to put out an April general reading too. So go ahead, check that out. Okay, I'm putting in a lot of work towards that. And honestly, funny thing. Okay, I'm going off topic a little bit, but funny thing. I actually did the pick a card reading, and lately I've been seeing red birds. So I do an artwork. And I looked at the reading that I had the red bird for, so group number one, and everything that I was saying in the reading, I could see it in my own life. And I was like, dang, I should have probably listened to this at the beginning of the month. I didn't. But it's really interesting how everything ties together. So for Heart's Love and Summer, no problem. Heart's Love wanted to ask about Jackson's current feelings and thoughts towards me since I reached out to him recently. I feel like him and his friends are talking about me. So I'm pulling out the Hermit Tarot again. So Jackson's feelings towards Heart's Love. Jackson's feelings towards Hart's love. We have the 13th card, and it says, sometimes I wonder if you care. What did you do? Did you say something that was kind of not so nice in the heat of a moment or something like that? Jackson's current feelings towards Hart's love. What is Jackson's current feelings towards Hart's love? We have the Lovers card, and also this is Garnet from Steven Universe. So the song, this is Garnet, Back Together. There's something going on. I feel like Jackson likes you, but you might say some things that hurt people without thinking. Jackson's feelings towards Hart's love. Jackson's feelings towards Hart's love. I just want you all the time makes it feel like there's a lot of interest in you in that way that I can't say on YouTube. He's very attracted to you, but there's also One of Pentacles right here. So the One of Pentacles, new beginnings, monetarily, I think that it's just everything's coming together. Like it's like the Lovers card, but sometimes I wonder if you care. There's this idea that something happened and it's just making it just hurt the relationship so much. But it's like, just because it hurt the relationship, it's like more so like something that was spoken that doesn't change that he's physically attracted to you, is what I'm picking up on. Quite physically attracted to you. Let's see. Can you guys give me something? Clarify this for me. Make it make sense. And then we got You Are Right. And I use this card as like a clarifier for me. Right now it feels more so like I don't know if you guys were physical in that way, but it seems more like Jackson is missing the warmth that your body had to offer, or he's missing the warmth that you had to offer, but also he wonders if you really care. What happened? Well, you have to ask yourself, what happened before he blocked you? What happened before that whole fight, that whole debacle? Because of that, that's what really pushed you guys to kind of separate. And I think that Jackson kind of feels like you didn't really respect his feelings, and it put him in a very emotional spot. So that that emotional spot made him feel like, okay, well, obviously she don't really want to reach out to me and stuff like that. So you said it was a situation both of you guys couldn't help, so we lost contact. But I really like him and miss him. Let me see. What else could I pull to give a clear answer? I'm gonna pull it from this deck right here. Oh my gosh, when I picked this deck up, that was not the deck that I thought I picked up. So Spirit's like, pull a card from here. We got to say something. So I'm pulling one more card, okay? Heart's Love in Jackson. Heart's Love in Jackson. Okay, so I love this card. For me, it represents kind of having a wild night with your friend. But also the Moon card represents a certain level of deception. So there could have been someone whispering in his ear when everything went down. Oh, whisper, whisper, whisper. And it made the situation worse. It made it so like, well, it made it so that the person that was whispering in his ear kind of made him doubt the situation, doubt you, doubt himself, and doubt his worthiness of being in this relationship. With the Moon card, there's just this area of like someone that he trusted was the one that kind of pushed everything away. Someone that he, like, one of his friends was someone that kind of pushed the relationship away, maybe because they were jealous that he was with you and they couldn't be with you. And if you ever had one of his friends that specifically tried to be a little bit more flirty than you, it's very, very much possible that friend was the one that kind of ruined the relationship, because they were kind of not nibbling, but whispering in his ear when everything went down. Like, oh, maybe the thing happened where you had to move away for school. Now the friend is whispering in his ear, oh, I heard that somebody saw her with another guy, and that really hurt your relationship. In that um aspect, I wouldn't just send the message to his friends. I'd go to him directly if you could. If you have any other way of contacting this man, I say contact him in the other ways. Just because he blocked you on Facebook doesn't mean that he's not looking at his emails, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can get someone's emails from their Facebook, or if you have any other way to contact them, maybe you can just contact him through that other way and just be like, I was thinking about you, and I was thinking about the situation and what went down, and I just really want to understand it, you know, because I've been thinking about you and stuff like that. And based off of that, you might get a lot more answers than, I don't know, talking to me or spirit. Spirit saying you have to put yourself in that position. You said he doesn't have social media, so it's really hard to get in contact with him. Um, have you checked the account to see if he still blocked you? Because if the friend had went ahead and talked to him, right, and told him that, you know, you're reaching out and you want to talk to him, then he could have unblocked you. So keep an eye out for that. He might unblock you or look on your page, and try to speak to you again. Okay. Other than that, I have, was Heart's Love the last person I had? No, I also had battle fights. I was going to pull one card for battle fights, and then I was going to go ahead and move on out because I was supposed to be here for an hour, and I'm here for about an hour and 21 minutes. Okay, so your girl is getting a little drained. Much love to you, Heart's Love. And I hope to see you again for another live that I'm going to be doing, like the Sunday, first Sunday of next month. I'm going to be doing a live. So I hope that you pop in, and then we can look into this love a little bit more. So battle fights. Are you still here, battle fights? Oh, we have someone in the chat, Alex. Alex said tarot cards are fake. I mean, Alex, you're free to believe whatever you want to believe, but I believe in this. And so for me it's not fake, baby. For me it's wonderful. I'm not telling you that you have to believe it, but you clicked on my live to tell me that you don't believe it. I mean, what you believe is not important in the grand scale of things, Alex. You cannot believe in tarot cards. And, you know, like, I don't know the importance of you telling me that they're fake if I'm the one reading or I'm the one dealing with them, you know? Like, Alex, baby, just because somebody told you that you might have had to do some shadow work before you got into a love relationship and you didn't like it, don't mean you can come for me. Do you? It's okay, Alex. You know what you could do? You could let me stop because I'm being petty right now. But Slick, you could follow my channel, and then you could like comment under every single one of my videos, and you could dislike it because engagement is engagement. And so the more you dislike it, the more you say anything to me, the more people see what I have to say. So, you know, Alex, if you want to stick around every time I have a live, you can come into the live and say that tarot cards aren't real if that would make you feel better. But I acknowledge you, Alex. I acknowledge you. Um, battle fights. Are you here or are you not here, baby? Because I'm gonna go ahead and close up the live. I tell you what, battle fights. I'll pull a fortune cookie oracle card for you. And so if you come back and watch the end of this live, you'll have a fortune cookie oracle. I don't know if you're going to come back and read the end of the live, but you'll have a fortune cookie oracle card out for you. And you wanted to specifically know about your April to my knowledge, right? You wanted to know about your April. So let me just go ahead and pull a card for you. Okay, battle fights. It says love is in the air, specifically with your April. Let me get closer. The little pigeons. Love is in the air. So, if you were here, I could have pulled more cards because now I'm nosy, but you're not here, so love is in the air. Before I leave, we got 3 people that are just chilling here. Would you guys like for me to pull a fortune cookie oracle card for your April? Because I can go ahead and just quickly pull out a card since I'm already here. You know, it wouldn't take too much. Just go ahead and say yes in the chat. I'm going to give you guys 2 more minutes and then I'm going to go ahead and leave. But you got to say yes in the chat. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land of funk. To the land, 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 to the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land. Mm-hmm. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land. Come on, everybody come down. It's a party over here. Ain't no sound. Just slide, slippity slide. Forget about the people in the radar. Just sail on. That's what you do. Just sail on. No energy necessary. LOL. Rohan, I'm actually leaving right now. I'm doing a fortune cookie oracle pull, 1 card pull for everyone before I go out. I'll do one for you, Rohan, real quick. You want to know about your life. What's going on? Let me see. Give me a card that helps, Rohan. We have the claim your territory card. Claim your territory. Specifically, you want to know why your life is all fucked up, education, career, anything you work on. It's everything, you're getting nothing out of it. It's like claim your territory. What are you fighting for, first of all? What are you fighting for? What are you trying to accomplish? Write it down. And what's getting in the way of you accomplishing it? And then you beat the things that are getting in the way of you accomplishing your territory down. You fight for it, okay? If you're fighting for it and you're feeling like everything is being worthless, everything is not accounting to anything, and you're just fighting for no reason, you're going to continue to fight like that. The energy is already in your head. What you can do is something that a lot of people don't realize is you could start writing down what you're doing. You should start writing down what you did that day and how you did it that day. More so just write a diary, if you will. I know it sounds silly, but write a diary, if you will, because I think that sometimes when you're so deep in something and you're making changes step by step, and you can't see the big changes at the end of the week, you're like, oh, well, what did I do? And you're telling yourself you didn't do nothing. You're really putting yourself at a disadvantage because you're already pushing down your drive. You're pushing down your wants and your desires. Sometimes you make changes step by step by step. Sometimes you make changes that are very small, minuscule, but they're still changes. And if you don't stop, pause for a moment to look at the small things, or look what you did that day, or look how you maintained this point, or look how you did that, and you just look at everything as I'm not getting anything done, you're going to continue with that mentality. It's all about how you frame everything that you're seeing. Right now, I'm feeling like you're seeing the glass as something that is half empty instead of half full. You're saying, oh, I've done all this education and this career and all of this thing. Pause. You've done all of this education. You're educated. You have a lot You have a lot under your belt. You have a lot of knowledge that you wouldn't have had if you weren't educated. You have a lot of power that you wouldn't have because you are educated. You are moving on. You're so powerful, and you kind of look at yourself and you put yourself down because of this, and you put yourself down because of that, because you want to see things change quickly. You want to immediately see the change, but sometimes when you're working on something that's divinely created for you, when you're working on something that honestly is just meant for you, when you're working on something that's meant for you, it's going to happen. You just don't know when it's going to happen. The universe likes to surprise you. I'm sorry, they like to surprise you. You need to claim your territory. You need to claim your confidence, is what I'm feeling right now. You definitely need to claim your confidence right now. You said, ma'am, I start with clear minds, set boundaries, but never get results. Can you please do tarot reading? I beseech. Right now, I'm supposedly getting off of my live. I've been on for an hour. If you want a full tarot reading, we can sit down and get into a full tarot reading, but I'm doing it by donations. Okay, super chat, stickers, Cash App, or PayPal is what I'm doing it based off right now. Because if not, I'm going to be on here all day just reading for people. So I have to put my own boundaries on it. Just like how you have to claim your territory and set your boundaries, I have to claim my territory and set my boundaries, or I won't be able to come here and do another live next week because I'll be so drained. I won't be able to do my picker cards because I'll be so drained. Or after this, I'll just go home. I'll just go in my room and lay on the bed and just sleep because I get so drained from live. So it's definitely an energy exchange. And Rowan, like I said, I I gave you the card. If you want to donate, I can give you more, but at this point, I'm going to go ahead and leave. I'm sorry that I couldn't help you more. It's really, from what I'm hearing from Spirit, what I heard from these cards, is it's really about your mentality right now. If anything, okay, if you legitimately want some type of advice, if you legitimately want some type of guidance, there's this book that I've been reading, okay, and it's talking about creating. Give me a second, Rowan, because at first I felt like you were like getting angry at me because I couldn't give you a message. But there's this book I've been reading that I think that this book might help you, because while I was reading it, I was thinking about what I've been learning with this book. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna flash y'all. Okay, this book right here, Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin. Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin. And I'm going to type it in the chat as well. Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin. Now, this book will help you. Any of you guys want to set new boundaries? You guys want to set what is it? You know how we all want to be like, okay, I want to have this pattern. That's not the right word. I want to have this habit. It's a book about habit building. It's a book about how you see the world. It's a book about learning. And through this book, I learned more about myself. And I hope that anyone who needs some type of message can learn more about themselves. Is also about habits. Manifestation is also about habits, the habits of your mind. So you have to be aware of how your mind works to really be aware of how to manifest greatness. You have to be aware of how you process things to actually be aware of what kind of habits you need to make. Because people be like, oh, I need to make this habit. Okay, I'm going to eat less. Everyone's different, and you have to know how different you are to figure out how to work better with yourself. Okay, you can't just treat yourself like certain people on the internet, like, oh, okay, I woke up today and I'm just going cold turkey. Going cold turkey isn't for everyone. Laura said, hiya, Laura. I'm gonna go ask Stuart to get me chicken wings. I am drained AF. It is nice to be with you guys today. I'm gonna go ahead and say goodbye. As you can see, what is one thing that I want to say at the end of this live? Oh yes. I have a video coming out on Monday, which is tomorrow, and it's specifically about my first college party and how it was very traumatic for me. And it's trigger warning. It has a trigger warning, but also it's talking about trauma. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, if you guys want to go ahead and support me on that, because it's opening up in a way that I haven't opened up like this on a video to leave. Like I've opened up in lives, but that's deep in the lives. And honestly, people aren't going to go back, like especially family members and stuff. They're not going to go back and watch my entire life where I start talking about like childhood trauma and whatnot, because they start off random and then I randomly get into it, right? With this video, it's very clearly there. One of my traumatic experiences, and I just talk about it. So I'm kind of nervous about that. But much love and positive vibes. I want to thank everyone in the chat for just sitting with me. I want to thank everyone in the chat for allowing me to do a reading for you guys. I want to thank even what Alex for coming into the chat just to let y'all know that tarot cards are fake. Hopefully Alex can go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and say that under every video. Go off, Alex. We see you. And until next time, positive vibes and much love. Bye. Mm-hmm.